Hi guys. What I want to do today is show you how to take a Windows laptop with a virtual box with Ubuntu on and get the upside down, get the RSPduo, the SDRplay to run in the virtual box in Ubuntu. That way you can set it up, you can deal with that, not have to worry about carrying a second laptop around with Ubuntu when you're doing this. So this is basically a proof of concept that you can do this because we're actually going to make it run. Now, I don't actually have antennas on it, so unfortunately all we're going to get is static. But the idea is we're going to get static from the box. You're going to see that it's discovered and that it works. Now, I'm going to share my screen and go over a couple things here with you. So let me share my screen. And I'm going to try to make this as easy as possible. The problem is I've got kind of a slow connection because of where I'm at. I'm using my laptop and I'm in my office. My connection, my yeah, what am I trying to say? My wireless connection is in a different room, different part of the house. Anyway, okay, here is the SDRuno, the SDRconnect that I downloaded from SDRplay.com on my Windows machine. I did that because when I plugged in the RSPduo, it didn't have the drivers. So I installed it, made sure that it worked. That's all fine and good. Now, to get this to work in Ubuntu, sometimes Windows and VirtualBox fight each other, okay? And for services. Now, that may or may not be the problem that you're going to have. It may be fine. Sometimes it hands off correctly, sometimes it does not. I've found more than often it does not hand off nicely. So we're going to take care of the problem ahead of time. The problem is there's something called SDRplay services. We need to stop those services if they're running on Windows. Now, here's how you get there. You come down to search, type in services, hit enter. You're going to get a list of all the services running. We want to come down to the S's down here in SDR. Let's see, where are we at? SDR. Okay, it's running. If I were to go through this, chances are pretty good that it might have given me a problem. But what you do is you come in here, right click, and stop the service. So it's going to stop the service. That doesn't mean it's off. If I were to run this, restart Windows, it would be fine. But I've stopped it, so I'm not going to have a problem with the virtual box. That was the whole idea. Now, I had another video where I set up VirtualBox and went through, shared a folder, all those items. This one, I've used a snapshot and I've taken it back to simply where I have Ubuntu updated. Please make sure Ubuntu is up to date. Now, there's a couple things in the settings. Okay, if you go into settings, when we set this up, you go to USB, we set this up, and it's a little hard to see, but the USB is set for 2.0. Now, the problem is there's going to be an awful lot of data coming in. So with all that data coming in, you really want to have the USB 3. So I'm going to change this, and hopefully you could see that little circle there. I know it's really tough. I think they did kind of a poor job on on that there, but I've selected the 3.0. I'm going to say, okay, just to show you, we also have the shared folder that we did before there. And this is 3.0. We're going to say, okay. Now, again, I'm going to start Ubuntu up. I have gone through, and this is like pretty much a fresh install. I tried to save a little bit of time, but I wanted to show like the whole thing going. Now, Ubuntu's coming up. It's all fine and good, blah, blah, blah. If this freezes like this, okay, and I'm okay that I'm having a problem here because that means I can show you what you need to do. This locked up. Oh, okay. It unlocked. I just was a little impatient. What you do if that happens, just close it, power down the VirtualBox and restart it, and it will be fine. Okay, if we come out here, just want to show you where we're at. Okay, I have this. That's the guest editions. Okay, but I haven't installed anything yet. So not installing anything means I don't have a shared folder. I really can't access the USBs. All those things are not there. If I were to click on this guy, he's going to come up and say, hey, I have some software here. And just to show you, I've run this. It's going to yell at me because I don't have what I need. So I just want to show you that that's going to happen. See right here, it says, hey, I can't find this. Okay, so we're going to press enter because we're going to see a couple problems here. So let me get out of this. All right. What you need to do is run build essentials. You need to have build essentials here. So we're going to come in here and we're going to go sudo app install build dash essential. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the password. I told you it's a really tough password. Please don't ever use that for real. And it's installing build essentials. So this is going to install a number of different packages. Don't worry about what they are. We're just going to install them so we can run the guest editions so we have some things. The real thing we need to get this to run is the USB. Without the USB, this is not happening because that's how it's connected. So it's going through, blah, blah, blah. And once this is done, you really need to reboot. So we can do that by restarting or just do sudo reboot. And it's going to reboot the system. Once this is rebooted, we should have everything we need to actually run the guest editions. So we have the devices that we need. See how patient I have to be. There we go. Okay, so we're going to come in here. We're going to click on there. Now we're going to run the software. Yes, run it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter. Hey, it's doing something. That's always a good sign. So it's going to install these guest editions, which is really what we need. And then I'm going to show you, what we have because we don't quite have some of the things that we might need. And again, this was in the last video, so this is just a little review of getting this stuff to actually work for you. And it's taking a little bit of time. Oh, wow, we got a better screen. That's always a good thing. Enter to close the window. There we go. I'm going to sudo reboot. The up and down arrows cycle you through your commands. It's always good to reboot anytime you make a major change. Okay, and once we come in here, you're going to see that we have the shared folder. Because one of the things we need is that easy install bash file that I gave you. Okay, so if we go in here, hey, we now have the shared folder, but when we click on it, it's going to yell at us because we don't have permission. Okay, so we're going to go in and we are going to give permission. So sudo user mod dash add to group. The group is VBox SF for share folder. And who we're going to give this to is USER user. You could say who am I and give it to a specific user, but I'm just going to give it to this current user. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. Reboot. And then we should be able to see that shared folder. And you could put stuff in that shared folder so you don't have to download, which is what I probably should have done. Because that was going to be a whole lot faster than my internet connection. But it is what it is. So if I click on it, if I go out to the shared folder now, this is actually out on my C drive. Okay. All right. So what do we need next? Okay. The next thing we need is this easy install. Easy install is going to install, among other things, the gqrx. So we could actually test this with gqrx before we got SDconnect. Maybe we'll just get SDconnect and then we can look at both. Anyway, to run the bash file, check to make sure under properties that it is set as an executable. Then right click, run as program. It's going to do its little thing here, which unfortunately, due to my connection speed, is going to run a little bit slow. But again, I'm going to do this in real time for you. So just jump ahead so you don't have to just watch this. Because it's just going to, it's just doing the installs. So it's going out, getting different packages, installing those packages, and then updating. Now, when we do this, you should always reboot. And so and I think what I'll do, I think I'll pin gqrx to the dash and then go out and download the SDRconnect. I don't know if you could see that. It's installing some Python stuff. It's installing CMake. So it's installing stuff that's going to help you whether you're dealing with C or Python. And this, you see this progress bar is really slow. And there's not a lot I can do in there. I can kind of go over what we need to do. Okay, once we get this done, and I think, while this is doing this, well, no, I don't want to mess up the timeline on this. I was going to say we could go out and download to save some time, try to download the SDRconnect. But I think we'll just wait. The key is to make sure you capture the port, and you're going to see that it'll be up under devices, and we'll do this when we get to that point. It's going to say it's unknown, but that's okay. It's still okay. It's going to see it. Windows has the drivers. We've stopped the service, so it's all going to be good. You can see a bunch of Python stuff being installed. And there's a couple other cool little programs that if you want to explore, you can. I'll show you where they are. But again, that's not what this video is about. This video is about getting the Duo to be seen in Ubuntu on a Windows machine. So we're sharing a USB through Windows into a Ubuntu box. And what I'll do is I'll stick this up on YouTube and just make it public. I don't really care about checking for packages, blah, blah, blah. Yes, go ahead. So this is SDRplay. It's almost done. Almost done, guys. There we go. Okay. So it's got SDRplay. The API is there. SOAPy is there. We've got all this good stuff going for us right now. And you know what? Let's do a reboot. And I guess I can show you that gqrx is running. And if I come out here, it is looking for stuff. If we go here, guess what? The Duo's not there. The Duo's not there because I don't know if you can see, I haven't plugged it in yet. I'm not to that point yet. So it will be. It will be. So we're just going to cancel this because I just did that just to show you that it was there. And if you wanted to run the GUI of it, you could actually right click and pin to dash. So now it's pinned over here. So I could do this way or go in to command prompt and run it either way. Now, what I want to do is get SDRconnect. Okay. I could have used Firefox for this or this. We're just going to go to SDRplay.com. All right. And we're going to go to software. And we want to get SDRconnect. Okay. This is what we're going to look at. And I want to point something very important out. And I see this problem a lot, whether it's installing Java, installing Java FX, or in this case, okay, when I went out to install on my Windows box, I took this Windows x64. That's worked great. Now, Ubuntu is a Linux-based OS. We have Linux x64 and Linux ARM64. Okay. Here's what you have to know. You have to know what your processor is. If your processor is an Intel processor, you're going to take the x64. If it's an ARM processor, you're going to take the Linux ARM64. If you happen to be on a Mac, if it's an Intel processor, you're going to take this guy, the x64. If it's an ARM processor, you're going to take the ARM64. You have to know what you want. The laptop I'm using is an i5. So that's an Intel. I'm taking this guy. I'm going to download this. This is SDRconnect, Linux x64, blah, blah, blah. So it's going to come down. Okay. So you see that it's starting to download. Okay, so there's one download in process. When this is done, we're going to go and we're going to install it. Okay. Now, again, you're going to see a problem occur. Okay, it's downloaded. It's like 60 meg. We can close this. We don't care. It should be in our downloads folder. Okay, right here. Now, you can also change the view. And you can see that I got this today at 7:20. Right, so what you want to do, you want to run this. So you right click, go to properties. This is not an executable. So we're going to turn that on. Then we're going to right click, run as program. Okay, it's uncompressing. You want to see the license. Press return. Okay. Q. Yes. Whoa. That was awful quick. That was awful quick. Let's go to our applications here. I don't see SDRconnect. I do not see SDRconnect. That's definitely not a good sign. Okay. Let's go into terminal. Okay. Let's go to our downloads folder. Okay. So right here is what we want. You can type it, or I'm just going to copy the file name. Okay, we want to run this, right? If I do that, it's not going to run. The run command is, let me get to it, /. Let's run this in a command line so we can actually see what happened. It was something that it was too quick. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Not true. Okay, so this looks the same. It looks good, yes. Okay, yes. Okay, it wants the password. Okay. Copy of the license is where we are. Okay. Checking. Okay. The installing API, the default locations are blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yes, that's fine. Installing. Okay. Wow, that's not good. Okay, SDRplay installed. Let's try that one more time. Okay, so it says SDRplay API had been installed, but I'm not seeing SDRconnect. Maybe we should reboot. And let's see what happens when we reboot. I'm not seeing it. Hmm. What am I installing? I installed SDRplay. What did I want to install? SDRconnect. Too fast. Too fast. Let's try that again. Where do I want to do? Go to downloads. I don't want SDR there. Oh, here it is. Let me copy that one. Right click, copy. Let's try the run again. Remember, the / is the run command. That's all good. That's good. Yes. Yes. Oh, we're missing a package. That's why it went so quick. We need to install this guy. Again, you could type it. I'm just going to copy it because I'm not that good of a typist. Okay, I'm going to paste it in. So this is going to install this package. Password. If you run into a problem, just recheck what you're doing, guys. That's all you really have to do. Just take your time, follow the steps. Now we can install SDRconnect. Again, we have to do this. Yes. We'll take the default locations. Yes, do that. Create a menu entry. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Warning, the system files for RSP support have been added to your system. It is recommended that you reboot. Let's reboot our system. Where are we at? There it is, reboot. Now we'll see if SDRconnect is there. All right, let's go and look. Oh, SDRconnect is there. Let's pin it to the dash. So now we have two over here that we can look and check on. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We have everything the way we want it to be. We have a shared folder if we need it, whatever we want to do. Okay. I'm going to take the USB and I'm going to plug it in to my USB. Going to come up here, USB. I want to capture this guy, the unknown. Did I get it? Yes, it's checked. Okay, we already have everything else. We don't need to worry about anything else. Okay, so now we get to pick whatever we want to do. Okay, I think we started with gqrx, so let's see what happens if we run gqrx. Give it a minute because it's trying to go out and get these devices, I believe. Either that or I didn't actually click it. Apparently I did. Okay, the device that we want. Okay, I don't see it. Okay, let's cancel that. We'll come up, USB, unknown device. We selected it again. Let's try it one more time. Aha! There it is. There it is. The problem was I didn't give it a chance to actually capture it. The best way is to plug it in and start your system. But we'll take the master. So here's the master. And if you ever need to change it, once it's up and running, you come to File, Input, Output, Input, Output Devices, and you simply select the device that you want. So you can change that at any time. Okay, if we want to start listening, now I have no antenna, so we're just going to get static. And there it is. Here's the strong signal. Here's what's coming in. You can turn the dB gain up so you can hear a lot more static. Probably not what we want to do anyway. But if we had an antenna and we picked the frequencies, right here's the frequencies. This is in kilohertz, remember. You could pick, whatever it was you wanted. But right now, it's working. We're just going to stop this so we can actually get a picture of this. All right, let me quit. So we've actually can see the devices now. That's what you have to do. Let's see what happens on SDRconnect. Okay, so here's SDRconnect. It is refreshing. It's found it. It's found the Duo. And it's taken the single channel, which is fine. Now, if we start this, again, we're getting static. Okay. And we can record this. So let's record it. And as you can see, that size is going up and up and up and up. And we have like 30 seconds of sound at 6 megs. Okay. So if we stop and we stop capturing, okay, let's see where this is located. Right there it is. Right there is the audio. Right there is the audio. Okay, and again, you can play with this, whatever you want to do with it. We're just gonna go ahead and close it for now. That's 30 seconds of sound, and it is six megs. Okay. Well, there's a number of ways. This is uncompressed. We need to compress this file. We're also going to need to do some other things. So this is just a little look forward. Now, we can do a number of things, but let's let's Audacity downloads. Audacity, I'm just we're accept. Let me just we just let Audacity come down. There's a number of programs out there that will allow you to compress this, and I believe actually you can save this, but this is just a little FYI thing. You saw the size. The size 6.8 megs. Okay, that was 32 seconds. Okay. We need to compress that, and there are free compression programs out there. There's free splitting programs, which we'll need to do because once we figure out our bandwidth or our band that we're on, then we're going to have to figure out, how much time we have so we can send all the information down that we need. Okay. So let me go out here to downloads, Audacity, check it. It's not an executable. We're going to make it one. Watch a video. Um, let's import an audio file. Well, we'll import the WAV file. Okay, so here it is. It's 32 seconds long. And if we play it, I don't know if you can hear the static. It's playing the static. What we want to do is we want to export this. Uh, on my computer, export to the computer helps us. You say what? I want it as an MP3. I'm just going to put it as an MP3. I'm going to save it in the same place. Okay, we're going to do the entire project. So let me just export it. The whole idea here is to show you what we can do with compression. No, I don't want to save the project because I'm done. Okay, here's the original WAV file, 6.8 megs. Here is the MP3, 470 kilobytes. Okay, it's the same file. We've just compressed it. Anyway, that should be kind of sufficient to show you how to connect, that you can connect, and you can do pretty much anything that you wanted. So for those of you who are writing the Python code, make sure you have captured that USB port, have it plugged in. You should be able to read it without a problem. Anyway, this video has gotten a whole lot longer than I wanted. And hopefully that's going to help. So good luck. Any problems, let me know.